Hi guys, welcome to my channel. In this video I'll be showing you how to make children's ball gown on a low budget. Okay, so I'll just be using the fabric, the lining and an extra lace for design. It's as simple as that. Okay, so making ball gown without breaking the bank. Okay, so please sit tight and enjoy. So I'll be working on this African print. So now I'm going to measure the chest line. I'll be using 6 for the chest line. So this is a dress for somebody around 5 years old, 4 5 years. Okay, so after the chest line, I measure the waistline. So I'll be using 11 inches for the waistline, 6 for the chest line, which is also the bust point. Then I measure 2.5 for the neck width, and the shoulder 5. I added half inch for ease. Then I came down by half inch. Unlike adults, I'll come down by 1 inch, but since it's a child, I came down by half inch for the shoulder slope. Then on the chest line, I measured the same measurement I have on the shoulder. Then I went up by half inch. From the chest line, I went up by half inch to create the armhole. Okay, then I'm going to create the armhole curve. So it's just as simple as that. Instead of looking for the dividing the bust round by 6, then add 1.5 inch for adult, there's no need for that here, so I didn't make use of that. Then the neck depth, I use 3.5 inches for the neck depth, which is accurate. Okay, then I fix in the quarter of the chest round, which is the bust round, and also on the waistline. Mostly for children, their measurements are almost the same for the chest round and also the waist round. But if there will be differences, just make use of your measurement. Then I added half inch all through for ease. Then I use 1.5 inches for the seam allowance. And I'm going to cut it out. So this is for the front. And I'll use the same thing to cut out the back piece. So I went on to fold my fabric again and place the front on the folded fabric. So now I'm going to add 1 inch at the center back for zipper allowance. So mark the 1 inch all through for zipper allowance. That's what I'm doing now. And there's a 1 inch. Okay, so I want to use pin to secure the fabric. And then also measure whatever you want for the back neckline. So I'll just measure about 2. I think I use 1.5 inches for the neck depth for the back, but you know the neck width is going to be the same thing. So I'm cutting out the neck for the back together. I cut it together. Okay, so this is what I have. Then I deducted half inch from the center back on the waistline in order to create the remove excess bogging at the back, and this is it. Okay, so now I have to detach the front from it to create to properly cut out the neckline for the front. So you cut it out just like so. This is what we have. The bodice is ready. This is it. So you can chalk it to be sure you won't mess it up. So this is it. So I'm going to be using this net lace. Okay, I think this is what we call the chantilly lace. Okay, so I'm going to use it to create some designs at the front. So just cut it out, just be stylish about it, whatever you want. Okay, so this is just what I came up with. So I'm going to top stitch the lace on the fabric for the front. Okay, so I'll go ahead and measure some fabric for the waist for the skirt part. So I measure a waist round by 3. Okay, then I measure the length also. So whatever the gown length is, I'm going to remove the upper bodice, as in the waistline, from it. Then whatever I have left is what I will use for the down part. And this is it. So I'm going to be using kiss pleat So I'll go ahead and create the key splits in the using one of the easiest method I know about. Okay, so I went on to notch the midpoint in order to guide me when I'm creating the key split. So I'll start folding from each edges. I start folding from the edge because you need to work on the edge first so that you be sure the edges at the back will be well placed. Whatever you have on this edge should be the same thing you will have at the other edge too. Okay, and as you are doing it, you should have the measurements, the waist round measurements at okay, so that you will know how to fold it. Okay, so this is what I was able to come up with, and measuring it, I have what I was looking for. In case it's not enough or it's too much, it's just to go back and work on the plate. And I also cut out lining for it. I also cut out the lining for the bodies. Okay, so and also for the skirt part, you can see this key splits and this is the lining. So let's go to the sewing machine. Okay, so this is the upper part. I've top stitched the lace on it. I've joined the necessary parts. You can see I've attached the lining. Okay, I've attached the lining to it and also attached the belt. So attach the belt to the side through the side seam. You can see. Okay, and also at the other side of the belt also of the seam also. So this is what we have, and this is the key split that will be attaching to the waistline. Okay, so if you like, you can top stitch it first to secure it before you attach it to the upper bodice. So the next thing now is to go on and fix this to the upper bodice. I'm going to place it this way, right side to the right side. I pick the top, make sure it's well aligned. You can use pin to secure it properly. I have a video on how to attach belts to a ball gown, so you can check it out on the channel. Or I'll drop the link and on the description area also. So I notch the midpoint of the upper body so that I can start from it. I love to do this often because it guides me in arranging the fabrics. So you go ahead and place it appropriately. So I love to use pin to secure it first. And that excess lace that's showing, I'll trim it off when I'm done with the whole thing. So after I pin everything down, I pick up the lining. I already run a loose stitch on it, so I went on to gather the lining together. I'm not going to be pleating the lining. I want it to be gathered. Even this will give it more volume. But if you like, you can plait it. Then I'll go on and stitch on 1/2 inch all through, joining the upper and the lower parts together. So keep on arranging it as you sew along. Don't just leave it. Make sure you always make sure the three are together as you are sewing. So you remove the pins and flip it over, and this is what we have. So this is it, guys. Our dress is coming up. Okay, guys, so this is what we have. I've joined the zipper. You can see. So the next thing is to fix in the sleeve. So you decide the kind of sleeve. So I just want something a little bit puff. I don't just want the regular flat basic sleeve. So I want the sleeve to carry a bit of statement. Okay, so I'll measure around the armhole. I'll measure around this actual armhole. Then I'll use that to create a sleeve. So first I measure 2 inches first before the main sleeve. So now I'm going to start from the 2 inches. So I just use about 2.5 inches for the cap height. Okay, so now I measure the length of the sleeve, the desired length. Then I added 2 inches for hemming allowance. So this is it. Now on the second line, so I have to just illustrate how the cuff is going to be so that I can get the actual thing I measured on the sleeve round. What I got from the sleeve round. So I use my tape measure to just illustrate the curve. Then I'll create the curve, then added the seam allowance. Okay, so with this, I'm sure of whatever I cut out is going to fit perfectly on the sleeve round. On the armhole rather. Then I measure my desired sleeve round, which is 9 divided by 2 before and a half, and I added 1 for seam allowance. So from the first 2 inches I measured, I had to extend the curve in order to create that puff sleeve. You can see it's no longer at the top, so I'll cut it out. So I'm going to gather the upper part. I'll gather it in order to create the cuff sleeve. So this is it. I'll fix it in and the dress is ready. So you can see the dress is not looking bad. There's no add net, there's no tool, nothing. It's as simple as that. Okay, so I hope you find this helpful. Please remember to give it a thumbs up. And if you're here to subscribe to my channel, please subscribe. Okay? And feel free to share your opinion in the comment section. I'll see you in my next video. Bye. Stay blessed.